Hello friends and fellow gamers, it's MKxJUMP here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new event. Now normally campaign loot drop, wishing coins and gem boxes doesn't really leave much to be desired, but this week's event is absolutely amazing. There is so much stuff added to this event that whether you're a free-to-play player or a massive spender, you have so much to look forward to, so I can't wait to check that out. But before we do get into today's video, I'd love to give a shout out to some new people that have backed me on Patreon. Teddy Bear, Andrew Lomu, Blue Darkness, Mika Jones and Callum Donaldson have all decided to help support the content I make here. If you want to be just like them guys, be sure to click the link in the description or up there in the top corner of the screen. Even just pledging a little as $1 a month helps me loads here guys, so if you want to help me out, be sure to click that link. Please, it helps me a lot. Anyway, guys, let's check out this amazing event because without a doubt, guys, this is one of the best Idle Heroes events we've had that isn't a major thing like Anniversary or Christmas. So let's go. So, there's a lot to take in. It's a campaign loot drop event, it's a wishing coins event, and it's a gem boxes event. And because it's a wishing coin event and campaign loot drop, we get our loot drop currency, which this week is a shishi biscuit, which we get 100 of every day, and also we get a super wishing coin to potentially get us some nice stuff in the super wishing fountain. Doesn't really help you complete the event, but it's something cute to get along the way. Now there's a lot of stuff going on. We have the shishi special event and also the normal event stuff. So let's first take a look at the normal event. Almost Workshop carries over, so if you haven't had a chance to experiment or explore the splendid and glittery and fancy schmancy artifacts, give them a try. If you can't, don't worry about it guys, it's kind of a spender's paradise where those that have multiple copies of fancy pantsy artifacts can test them out in their super enhanced forms. It's not for everyone, but it's something for many people that are trying to maximize their progress in Aspen Dungeon or just do some silly things in PvP. Also, there's the Glorious Boost, which carries over from last week, which is where you can buy these 4 artifacts for 400 relics. Now, for some of you, this may be something you're interested in, but for people like me that kind of value their relics and only want to be really getting light and dark heroes, it's probably not something you want to go chasing. And also, there's a lot of great ways to get exclusive artifacts this event that kind of make this a little bit redundant. So let's take a look at that a little later on. But the other thing we need to take a look at are the value packages. Now, what happens with these events is it used to be the Wishing Fountain and Campaign Loot Drop were completely separate, but since they merged the events, they've also merged the packages, so you get twice as many gems as normal, you get 10,000 gems, you get your 600 event currency, you get 150 wishing coins, and you also get 10 profit orbs. Now, on the surface, that looks like a lot of stuff, and actually, this is one of the better value events to spend. Now, normally I wouldn't say that about a wishing coin and campaign loot drop event, but actually overall there's a lot of stuff to get your hands on, and just bear this in mind because I am going to come back to this a little later on. Now, Elyvia's shop is where we can spend these shishi biscuits, and these shishi biscuits can be used to obtain several pretty darn good rewards. Golden Crown is in the campaign loot drop shop for the first time ever, which is awesome for people that normally spend a lot on these events. You can get a Golden Crown right there for 3,600, and you're expected to get around 2,400 of these shishi cookies throughout the week if you're logging in consistently and claiming your loot from campaign. So all you need to do is buy 2 of these value packages. I say all, I know it's $200, it's not for everyone, and you get your hands on a Golden Crown. You can also choose to go and buy a Light and Dark 5-star selection chest. Now this is awesome, they've never done this before. You can now choose the Light and Dark hero you get, so if you needed another Drake, there you go. If you needed another Russell, there you go. If you need some carries, if you need Ada, if you need Belrain, if you're mad and you want to go and build some Mim Cheese or some Faithblade stuff for Aspen Dungeon, it's all there. There's so much stuff to choose from. You only get to pick one, but you can buy this package multiple times if, God forbid, you had 6,200 of the event currency, which is unlikely. Now, do remember you can use your crystals to exchange for the currency, and I currently have 800, so I'm going to talk about that a little later on as well, because this event might be one of the better times to use your crystals. But, of course, we haven't taken a look at the shishi special stuff, so you might not know what I'm talking about yet, but do stay tuned because it is amazing. Now, also, you can get the 2,700 chest here, which is going to get you a 5-star hero from any 5-star in the game. Unfortunately, it excludes Rogan and Ignis. Now, I think this is a blunder on DHGames' part. If this included Rogan, it would be way more valuable for people to chase. But unfortunately, Sherlock's been around long enough and has been a gift in Profit Orbs that a lot of us probably don't need this copy of Sherlock. And the rest of the heroes here often leave much to be desired. Maybe you need that final Garuda. Okay, cool. Maybe you want to get a Horus or even a Penny. But actually, if you were considering getting Penny, you can actually get it for much cheaper for 2,300. And that's going to be accessible for anybody. So I think this package it's unfortunate it doesn't contain Rogan. A lot of of us already have E5 Sherlocks. Now, if you're looking for more copies of Sherlock, this is great, and it might be worth pushing a few of your crystals to pick up a copy of Sherlock. But the thing is, these are available now through Imp's Adventure, so unless you're really stuck for that final few copies, maybe you don't want to be buying this package. But it doesn't mean it's bad. Hell no, you can pick any hero here, but I kind of wish it contained Rogan and Ignis as well. You missed a trick there, DHGames. Now also there's this limited skin for Dasmogue. Don't get it, Dasmogue's not even a good hero. Maybe you want it to feed to other skins, but it's really not worth 1500 shishis. I'd rather just go ahead and buy Prophet Orbs. Prophet Orbs are probably the best thing you can pick up this event if you're not interested by any of these other things here. And at the end of the day, orbs help you complete orb events, and that'll let you get more heroes in the future. Now as well, the Wishing Fountain event has some more added stuff tacked on. There is the traditional, if you spin 50 times, you get 2 Prophet Orbs and 2 Super Wishing Coins, and if you do 100 times, you get the same thing, and if you do it 200 times, you get very similar, you get 2 extra Wishing Coins though, and if you manage to get to 300, we're actually getting a copy of Scary at the moment, which is interesting, but sadly Scary's not really used so much in 2020. I'm aware that there's the whole build 3 or 4 Scaries and dominate PvE, but you can kind of do that now with a Drake and Garudas, or a Drake and Russell and Garuda, or just any form of Delacium with Ithaca teams, so it's less exciting now that you can get Scary. But hey, if you were going for a Scary army, this might be the Wishing Fountain event for you. But there's also this added thing on. Now, if you do a full completion of Wishing Coins, you're going to get 13 of these Jade Pendants. And you're probably thinking, MK, what are these Jade Pendants used for? Well, we're going to take a look a little later on, because also you can get these Jade Pendants from mysterious chests, so clearly they're an important part of the added event, and I will look at that later, so stay tuned. So let's break down these gem boxes. For 500 gems, you can get the incredible value purchase of 5 Heroic Summon Scrolls, which is basically 100 gems a Heroic Summon Scroll, and you're getting 5,000 Promotion Stones as well. That's pretty darn good, and you get 1 of these Jade Pendants. As well, you can go for this package, which is 1,500, and that's going to get you 4 Prophet Orbs, so it's buy 3, get 1 for free, and also get 10,000 Monster Souls and 3 of these Jade Pendants. If you get the 2,500 package, it gets you a Skin Shards pack, which isn't that great. It gets you 3,000 Chaos Stones, again, not that exciting unless you're really pushing for a monster, and you get 5 Jade Pendants, and the Jade Pendants may be the only reason to purchase this, but I will explain why a little later on. But actually, I think even free-to-play players probably don't want to pick this up. Now, the next one for 4,000 gets you an Elite Hero Shard. It gets you 35k dust, which is actually a lot of dust, and is for people that need dust like myself, I might be picking this one up. And also 8 Jade Pendants, which is nice. That's more of these Jade Pendants, but we don't know what they do yet because we haven't taken a look, but don't worry guys, we're checking it out very soon. And finally, this top one, the 8,000 gem chest, gives you Amun-Ra, 30,000 guild coins, 16 Jade Pendants, and 30 relics. Oh my word, pick this up. This is great. Whether you need or don't need an Amun-Ra, getting 30k guild coins and 30 glorious relics is just good. Relics help you get more heroes, that's always a good thing. And that's a lot of Jade Pendants. And Amun-Ra is a good hero. She's a great dark hero to get your hands on. And even just having a 10-star can help you a lot in PvE. So guys, the overall question. What's this added stuff that's stuck on the side? Well, it's called the Shishi Special Event. And first, let's take a look at what you need to use these Jade Pendants for. You make these bridges. And as you can see, I've already selected some heroes here. Now, the bridge at the bottom is the cheaper one. This costs 30 Jade Pendants, which, for context, guys, the easiest way to get 30 Jade Pendants is to do 1 completion of Wishing Fountain event, which will get you 13, and then you buy 16 with the top one, which will take you to 29, and then with the 500 Gembox chest, you also get an extra 1 included, so that's 30. So I think the best way for people to get 30 of these Jade Pendants, I'll say it again, is buy the 500 Gembox chest, the 8,000 Gembox chest, and then complete 1 loop of Wishing Fountain. And most people normally can do Wishing Fountain. You should probably have saved up enough of your Wishing Coins. So I hope that's doable for you, because 13 plus 16 plus 1, that's 30, and that will get you some amazing free stuff. You know how I was saying I wish Rogan was here? Well, he is, because you have a male and a female side of this, and what we want to do is bridge them together so that they can go on a romantic little date together. Now, you can pick any female hero here available. I think the ones worth grabbing are probably Ithaca, Penny, Elyvia, and Garuda. Maybe Sia, because she's coming later on as a Void hero with this new thing coming out. That might be something worth considering, but if you don't care for that, you can go for a Garuda, you can go for an Ithaca, you can go for a Penny, or an Elyvia, depending on what you need. I think the most common choice is probably going to be Garuda, but for people that already have Garuda, it might be worth getting an Ithaca, or if you need that final copy of Penny to build your first E5 Penny, maybe it's a Penny for you. But here in the male one, it's a little different. I think the only choices really worth grabbing are Rogan and Sherlock. They're two insanely strong heroes, and for most people are absolutely incredible. So unless you're a complete PvE madman who just wants to build Delaciums, I actually think Rogan and Sherlock are the best two picks here. Now at the top, 55 Jade Pendants will get you a light hero and a dark hero, or 2 dark heroes, 2 light heroes. Either way, it lets you choose female heroes from the light and dark faction and male heroes from the light and dark faction, and you'll quickly notice the male choice isn't very good. You've got Tara, Asmodel, Faithblade, Amavor, Aspen, and Daz Moog. The only hero here that I think is remotely good is probably Tara and Faithblade. And the only reason I like Faithblade is for his use in Aspen Dungeon, and the only reason I like Tara is because some people use him, but even then he's not that great. He's not a phenomenal hero. So I don't like any of these things. I don't think they're worth investing loads of money in if you were going to spend. Maybe you need one more Faithblade copy like myself, so that's cool, but other people just don't care for Faithblade. The female heroes, it's a different story. You've got Amon-Ra, Belrain, Carrie, and Ada, and you can only pick one. Ignore Michelle and Dark Arthendal, because they're nowhere near as good as the other 4. But, the choice is so difficult. I think it's probably going to be a carry for most people if you're trying to build another carry. Maybe it's a Belrain if you're trying to finish her. Maybe it's an Ada. But do remember, it's 55 of these Jade Pendants. So to get 55, you need to complete a lot of Wishing Fountain and also buy a load of Gemboxes. So it's a tricky one, and you can only buy Gemboxes once. There is a total of 85 of these pendants available, which you have to fully complete Wishing Fountain. That means to do it 4 times and buy every single Gembox. That's crazy. But if you do that, you get yourself Wildfire Torch. Now, Wildfire Torch is an exclusive artifact which isn't really seeing much use in the game. The only true use for Wildfire Torch that we know and use a lot is with a Unimax in Aspen Dungeon or another hero in Aspen Dungeon that you want to use to counter Valkyrie waves. Now, if you don't care about Aspen Dungeon, maybe Wildfire Torch isn't the artifact for you. Maybe it's going to be good in the future, but right now, it's not that great. So if you were going to go spending loads of money, maybe picking a Wildfire Torch up isn't the thing to do it on. But Wildfire Torch isn't the only thing available this event. If you take a look here, every single Shishi you manage to pick up will get you rewards. If you get 500, you get an Elite Hero Shard. If you manage to collect 1,000, you get a set of 4-star orange equipment. If you get to 1,500, which you should do because you should be logging in every day and claiming them, you will get a 6-star puppet. If you get to 2,000, again, something you should probably easily do, you should be getting an orange artifact fragment. And if you get to 2,500, if you're lucky, or maybe you spend a little bit, you get a unique skin for Elyvia, which is awesome. This gives damage reduction, control immunity, and speed. So if you wanted a cool skin for Elyvia, there you go. It looks pretty awesome. And this is where things get interesting. If you get 3,500 Shishis, and you have to spend to do this, but do remember you needed 3,600 to get a golden crown, you also get a 9-star fodder hero. Now that 9-star puppet is pretty valuable. So if you normally like to spend on these events and get an artifact, now you're going to spend on this event, get an artifact, and a 9-star puppet. And if you had crystals saved up, you don't even need to spend anything because every crystal you turn to Shishi is going to help you progress in this event. Also, guys, look, 4,500 points is going to get you a 10-star puppet, which is, that's loads of material. That's insane. And finally, if you get to 5,500, you get an artifact selection chest. And I know, guys, this is uncharted territories for a lot of you. This is expensive. And if you go to 6,500, God forbid, you manage to get 200 glorious relics. Now, the scary thing is, who's actually going to get that high? Well, maybe it's people who've saved up lots of universal crystals. Or maybe it's for other people that are actually planning on spending and getting a lot of rewards. Now, I worked out that there are ways for me to get a lot of progress in this event without spending too much. And I say too much because I mean in comparison to how much we normally get for spending a similar amount of money. The first thing to look at is this package here. It's called Blessings of the Magpies. This will get you 5,000 gems, 10 Prophet Orbs, 40 Heroic Summon Scrolls, 400 Shishi Biscuits, which is already good value for 50 bucks, and it'll get you the Sherlock skin that's just come out, which offers control immunity. And you might think, hang on a second, Sherlock's already control immune because he spends one of his cards and he then reflects the CC back at the opponent. However, he cannot reflect doves, so Sherlock is pretty much beaten by other Sherlocks, so this is a PvP skin to make your Sherlock stronger against other Sherlocks. It doesn't give as much health as the normal one, but hey, This is a generally better skin for PvP. If you want to know which skin to use on Sherlock in something like Aspen Dungeon, it's still the Royal Guard, it's probably better, but overall this is better in PvP. But guys, that's only if you're facing Sherlocks. If you're fighting a team that doesn't use a Sherlock, then you're just going to use the Royal Guard skin for him. But anyway, it's 50 bucks, guys, to get all of that stuff and a skin. That's pretty darn good value. 400 Shishi biscuits is also going to help you progress in this event, which is going to get you more stuff. Now, let's say for a moment you get 2,400. Okay, that's what you should be getting for logging in. Now, if you combine the 800 crystals I've already got, let's say that's taken me to 3,200. If we then go ahead and buy this package, that's going to take me to 3,600, which means for spending 50 bucks, I get all of this stuff, enough to buy a golden crown, and I'm also able to get all of these rewards, including a 9-star forest puppet. If someone turned around to you and you were used to spending money in the game and said, hey, if you spend 50 bucks, you're going to get an exclusive artifact, you're going to get everything listed here, oh, you're also going to get a 9-star puppet and another skin for Elyvia, not to mention you're already getting a skin for Sherlock, that's insane value for 50 bucks. So just because I've managed to save 800 universal crystals, that's an incredible thing which I'm probably going to buy. Now, it all depends on how many of these Shishi biscuits I manage to save up across the entire week. And I think that's the final thought I want to leave with a lot of you. Work out how many crystals you have, and also look at how many Shishis you save up across the week, and then make the decision if it's worth spending. A lot of people buy really early on. You don't need to do that this event. Just wait, be patient, and see how many Shishi biscuits you manage to save up, and then fill in the rest that you need to get your rewards. If you don't want to spend, that's cool. Best of luck to you, and I hope you get some really cool stuff. But if you do spend, guys, please spend smart. Now, one thing worth considering is these wishing coins that you can get are also really good value because they will help you progress further in the Wishing Fountain event, which means you'll get more of these jade pendants. And that, of course, will then help you get further rewards by completing the whole Magpie Bridge meeting thing if you haven't already got enough wishing coins to do that. So that will increase the value of the 99.99 package, which will then make that maybe better or worse for you. Because at the end of the day, guys, the only point of spinning more than normal on the Wishing Fountain event is if you do think you can get to this 55. So it's either all or nothing with this Wishing Fountain event. And you also have to ask yourself, is it worth getting one of these male heroes and one of these female heroes? And is that worth spending all that money? Is Wildfire Torch really worth it? Well, I don't know, and I think that's down to you guys to work out for yourselves. But overall, based on my value, I think buying this for 50 bucks and getting a golden crown and all that added stuff is really good. So please, guys, be smart if you are spending this event. Be patient, wait it out, and work out what is best for you. And please, don't spend too much if you don't need to. Now, before free-to-play players start moaning that this is a whale event, please bear in mind you get lots of stuff for free as well. You don't have to spend anything to complete this bridge at the bottom, just some gems, and you should have been saving up your gems for gem boxes anyway. And so you basically are getting a copy of Rogan and a copy of whoever the heck you want. Maybe it's going to be a Garuda or an Elyvia for free. That's insane for free-to-play players. Also, you get added rewards as well. You should be getting all the way up to 2,000, maybe 2,500 if you're lucky, and you get all of that for free as well. So you're getting a lot more than you normally would for a campaign loot drop event. So before you all go complaining, oh, this is a whale event, no! Everyone's getting something good. So guys, don't go moaning, this is fantastic. So even though I've focused a lot on what you could get if you spend, there's also a lot of cool stuff if you don't spend anything at all. Now, if you think that was a lot of stuff for you guys to enjoy, well, believe it or not, there's even more. You guys can swap your skins. Finally, we have this again. The last time we had a skin shop thing was back in Halloween. It's great that we can do this again, and depending on the kind of skin you want to swap, it's going to cost you different amounts of gems. So a normal skin like this Delasium skin is going to cost you 200 gems to swap, and you can get any skin here that you can normally buy for relics or get from the Imps Adventure skin box. So there's a lot of cool skins you can grab here. Some of them you might want, some of them you might not, but generally it's a great thing to do if you're looking for particular skins. Now, the best bit of it is you can replace legendary skins, which means you can get some really nice upgraded skins and actually not be stuck with a dead skin, like my Horus skin here, for example. Ever since I regressed my Horus, there was nothing I could do with my legendary Horus skin. And because Horus's skin is a normal skin, it replaces for 400 gems. If you were going with an event exclusive skin, it would cost you 500 gems if it was legendary. And if you have an exclusive skin and isn't legendary, that's going to cost you 300 gems to replace. But anyway, let's go back and replace this horror skin and see how we manage to do. So okay, there's a Michelle skin. And the fun thing is, guys, if you haven't got any of these skins, you can save them like this, and they will be added to your hero profiles. So you can actually get a cool skin just for the picture, save it, like this Valentino skin for example. It'll get recorded, which means you can then change your picture to the skin you've got, which is nice. Now, here's the crew skin. I don't need that. Now, the skin I'm after here, if I can find it, is probably the Faithblade skin, because I find that pretty cool. And there you go! Oh my word! Speak and it will come. So there you go, that's my Faithblade skin. I've got to Legendary now, which means I can give that to Faithblade when I build him, which is going to help him in Aspen Dungeon. So that's pretty neat. I was not expecting it to come so soon. That's awesome. So there you go, guys, that's the event. There's a ton of stuff to sink your teeth into. You can get some free 5-star heroes just by doing a little bit of gem boxes and a complete in Wishing Fountain, basically things you were going to do anyway, so it's nice that you can get a Rogan copy or a Sherlock copy and either an Ithaca or a Elyvia or a Garuda or whatever for free. That's awesome. If you plan on spending a little bit, you guys can get access to Golden Crown, you can get Wildfire Torch. If you get enough Shishis, you get a box that lets you pick anything. You get Ammon Ra from gem boxes. Oh my word, guys, there's so much stuff that we're getting that we don't normally get added on. All that free stuff as well, just for collecting Shishis. It's awesome. So thank you DHGames for releasing such a great event. Thank you for letting us swap skins. That's huge. And overall, this is a fantastic event. So guys, drop your comments down below. Let me know how you do. Let me know what you're buying. Let me know what skin swaps you managed to do. And also, guys, if you enjoy the content we make here and you want to catch these reviews every week, why not subscribe so that you can stay tuned with my content? And also, if you want to help me out, be sure to click the link above if you want to back me on Patreon. If also, guys, you want to check out some more of my content, you can find it over here on the side of the screen. So guys, let me know if you enjoy this event. I think it's awesome, and thank you for tuning in. Have a great week, and happy idling.